What does this film revive for you in your family's legacy? What does it mean to you?
The film doesn't revive anything to me in my family's legacy. It just continues it. My father was one of the great comedians. I personally, very biased, but I think he was the best of the best of the best. And I'm working on a one-man show about my father called My Buddy. The website is mybuddyhackett.com. We debut with a preview this in about a month at the Ice House in Pasadena. We'll be taking it on the road and doing some performances down in Florida, which is the new Jewish Borscht Belt. And I just, look, this is my history. I grew up with this. I grew up with the best and all of his friends. So to watch this is just a treat and a pleasure, and it's, fun.
What's your favorite Buddy Hackett joke?
Oh my God, are we on where you can tell the favorite joke?
It's the internet. You can say anything. You can curse your head off if you want.
I was going through some stuff the other day, and this guy goes into a doctor, and he's got this terrible bump on his head, and the doctor's looking. And he says, "What is it?" And the doctor says, I'm not sure. He says, "It seems to be growing." The doctor says, the guy says, "It's going to be okay." He says, I really don't know. Why don't you come back in a week and let me take a look at it? The guy comes back in a week, and it's much bigger, and it's kind of dangling a little bit like this. And the doctor says, "What is it?" He says, I don't want to speculate, but I got to tell you, it's starting to look like a second penis. Second penis. He said, "Well, I'm not sure. Why don't you come back next week?" And the guy comes back next week, and all of a sudden there's a big old penis sticking out there. And the guy says, "Yep, that's what it is. All right, it's a penis. It's growing right out of your forehead. I've never seen anything like it." And the guy says, "Oh, my God, that's terrible." He says, "How am I going to look with that?" He says, "Oh, you won't see it." And the guy says, "I won't." He says, "No, the balls are going to cover your eyes."
Which Tonight Show episode did he tell that on?
None of the ones where he was on the air.
During the commercials.
During the commercials, he used to tell him, and then come back and start telling Johnny. He says, "This guy went to the doctor," and Johnny would be no, nobody went to the doctor, trying to keep him from telling this stuff. But that's how it went.
Did you go with him to the studio?
Oh, many times. Yeah.
What was it like?
At the time you don't know because you're a kid and you're just watching your dad. But looking back on it now and working on the project of writing a show about him and his friends and his contemporaries, you realize he was such a pro. He knew exactly what he was doing. And then, of course, I toured with him for 10 years. And he would walk out at me when I was performing. And one of the things he would say to me during the day, "No matter what I ask you, don't try to go for your own joke. Just answer what we both know to be the truth. And then we'll be on the same page." They tell you in improv, if you walk into a scene, you say, "Oh, it's raining cats and dogs outside." I go, "No, it's not, it's sunny." End of scene. But if you walk into the scene, you go, "It's raining cats and dogs," "Tell me about it. My clothes are drenched." Now the scene continues because we both have the same basis.
Right.
So he was an extraordinary teacher, and I try to pass those teachings on.